Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to my channel. My name is Liaquat Zaman. If you guys are not familiar with the work that I do, then please check out my videos. My videos are focused on teaching you guys Arabic, Quran, Hadith, Fiqh, and sciences that are related to them. So this series is dedicated to explaining to you guys about the poetry of Imam Shafi rahimahullah ta'ala. If you guys enjoy Imam Shafi's poetry, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like button, and leave a comment as well. So the poem that I have selected for today is a very short poem, and I'm trying my best to actually speak very slowly as well, because I know some of you guys find my speaking to be a bit difficult to get when I start speaking in my normal accent. Right, so poem today is short but sweet and filled with wisdom. He says, عفوا تعف نساؤكم في المحرم وتجنبوا ما لا يليق بمسلم إن الزنا دين فإن أقرضته كان الزنا من أهل بيتك فاعلمي. He says عفوا. عفا يعفوا, it means to stay away from something. Right? Literally stay away from something else. You say عفا. اجتنب. Okay, so this word also appears in the Quran many times. وَلْيَسْتَعْفِفْ. Yeah, وَلْيَسْتَعْفِفْ. وَلْيَسْتَعْفِفِ الَّذِينَ لَا يَجِدُونَ. Oh, عَفَّ يَعِفُّ as well. يَعُفُّ. عَفُّ. But that's from Ain Fa Waw. So this is not the same thing, okay? This is Ain Fa Fa. So don't get it confused with pardoning. Okay, so he says, عِفُّ. But here it refers to being chaste. Staying away from haram. Staying away from fornication specifically. So if you stay away from fornication, don't get involved in fornication. And if you do so, ta'if nisa'ukum. So this word ta'iffa, this is actually considered to be, like we say, jawab of the amr. Like for example, if I say to you, iftah al-bab, open the door, yadkhul Zayd. Open the door so that Zayd can enter. Or iftah al-bab, open the door. If you do so, Zayd will enter. So this is known as jawab al-amr. So if you have an amr and you bring a present verb after it, you potentially can give it the meaning of like a hidden shart. So ifu, in afafta, if you were to be chaste, then ta'iffu nisa'ukum. Your women, nisa'ukum, will also be chaste as well. Meaning the whole of this thing, it kind of like revolves around you. If you are chaste, if you stay away from fornication and these kind of things that result in fornication, then this will have a positive effect on your family, right? But if you're not chaste, then it's going to have a negative effect on your family, and then it's going to kind of like a domino effect. It's going to affect them as well. So ifu ta'iffu nisa'ukum fil mahrami. Fil mahram meaning fil haram. Yeah, so mahram here means like in haram acts. So if you do iffa, ta'fif, and there's also like sometimes like you might have someone's name called afif, which means someone who abstains from doing bad. Afifa, also a woman's name as well, Afifa. So, Iffu ta'iffu nisa'ukum. Iffu, stay away from fornication. And if you do so, ta'iffu nisa'ukum. Your women will also stay away from them. Fil mahrami in haram. وَتَجَنَّبُوا مَا لَا يَلِيقُ بِمُسْلِمِ. تَجَنَّبَ, يَتَجَنَّبُ. It's from the word Jim, Nun, Ba. And tajannab means to stay away from, stay far away from. You probably heard this word in the Quran being used as well. Like for example, the word junuban, in kuntum junuban, if you are in the state of major ritual impurity, because you're on one side, like you're away from the clean state. So tajannabu has the meaning of staying away from. Now, if you can find any other words in the Quran which have ain fa fa in there or jim nun ba in there, put it in the comments. I want to see what you guys can find. So tajannabu, stay away from ma la yaliq. Laqa yaliqu. Liaqa. I am appropriate. So no. So laqa yaliqu means something which is appropriate with something else. Right? Something which kind of like complements it, fits in with it. So stay away from ma la yaliq. That which does not benefit, that which does not befit, rather. Bi muslimin, with a Muslim. Yeah, so those things that a Muslim should stay away from. What should a Muslim stay away from? A Muslim should stay away from alcohol. A Muslim should stay away from fornication, from gambling, from eating pork, from missing their prayers, and so forth. So stay away from that which does not befit a Muslim. Inna zina, indeed fornication. Daynun فَإِنْ أَقْرَضْتُهُ, it's a debt. Meaning, fornication is like a debt. If a person gets involved in fornication, it's like they are taking out a loan. Yeah. Or they are giving a loan rather. Here it's going to give the explanation of giving a loan. So, inna zina daynun فَإِنْ أَقْرَضْتَهُ. Zina is like a debt, a loan. So, a debt, in other words, when you fornicate, it's like you have given something to someone. Given a loan to someone rather. Inna zina daynun, it's a debt. فَإِنْ أَقْرَضْتَهُ. If you are to give it a loan, meaning by you having intimacy with another individual outside of marriage, it's like you are giving a debt. Right? So whenever you give someone a debt or a loan, what happens? They pay it back to you. So payback day will come. So whenever you fornicate, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next year, maybe in a year, in 10, 20 years time, you will be paid a visit from zina again. So, inna zina daynun, zina is a debt. فَإِنْ أَقْرَضَ يُقْرِضُ إِقْرَاض. If you know where this appears in the Quran as well, put it in the comments. إِنْ أَقْرَضْتَهُ, if you pay, كَانَ الزِّنَا مِنْ أَهْلِ بَيْتِكَ فَعْلَمْ. The zina will be from أهل بيتك. In other words, the fornication will be paid back in your family. One of your family members may end up fornicating with someone else. Yeah, so كان الزنا من أهل بيتك, and أهل بيت usually refers to the females of the house. Yeah, the women of the house is usually known as the أهل بيت. So كان الزنا, the zina is going to be from أهل بيتك. فاعلم, then learn this, know this very well. You've been told. Right, you say you've been told this. So I think this is a very powerful point because it kind of tells us the kind of knock-on effect actions can have. You might have repented from fornication or whatever, but once a person fornicates, may Allah save us all. Once a person fornicates, then it can possibly have a knock-on effect on the rest of the family members as well. طيب, let's look at some of these sentences. إِفُّ تَإِفَّ نِسَاؤُكُمْ. This is a nice kind of way of sort of like using, as I said, the amr and then using the jaza of the amr. Yeah, jawab of amr. افتح الباب يدخل زيد. Yeah. آمن بالله تفلح. قل لا إله إلا الله تفلحوا. Yeah, so these are all what we call jawab of the amr. And the other one is, how he mentions over here, تجنبوا ما لا يليق بمسلم. تجنب ما لا يليق بطالب العلم. تجنب ما لا يليق برجل محترم أو امرأة عفيفة. طيب, يقول الإمام الشافعي رحمه الله: إفوا تئف نساؤكم. يعني عفوا، ابتعدوا عن الزنا وعن المحارم في المحرم. وإذا فعلت هذا تعف نساء. تجد أن النساء في بيتك يجتنبن عن مثل هذه الأمور. هذا يعني أثر من آثار الإيجابية في بيتك. ولكن إذا كان الإنسان قد اقتحم الزنا، قد ارتكب هذا الفعل المحرم، فسيجد في المستقبل ممكن أحد من بيته أيضا سيرتكب مثل هذا بسبب فعله. وتجنبوا ما لا يليق بمسلم، يعني اجتنبوا اجتنابا كاملا من الأفعال التي حرمها الله سبحانه وتعالى على المسلم، الشيء الذي لا يليق لا يناسب المسلم. إن الزنا دين، مثل الزنا كمثل الدين. مثلا عندما يفعل الإنسان شيء يعطي أحد دين، فإن أقرضته، أقرض يقرض كما أن الله سبحانه وتعالى يذكر في القرآن أيضا القرض. أقرضته، أن أعطيته شيء، إن أعطيت زنا شيء، إن فعلت زنا، كان زنا من أهل بيتك فاعلم. يعني الزنا سيرجع إليك، يعود وسيدفع الشيء الذي أعطيت الزنا لبيت آخر، لأن الإنسان عندما يرتكب الزنا فهذا شيء يؤثر على ليس عائلة واحدة، بل يؤثر على عائلات. نعم، كما أن قد ورد في الحديث أن شاب جاء إلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وقد ذكر له أنه يريد أن يزني، فالنبي عليه الصلاة والسلام قال له: هل لك أم؟ هل لك أخت؟ هل لك كذا كذا كذا؟ قال: نعم. قال: هل ترضى أن يزني به أحد؟ قال: لا. قال: هكذا أنك إذا زنيت بأحد فقد زنيت بأم أحد أو بأخت أحد أو ببنت أحد. فيقول: إن الزنا دين فإن أقرضته. الزنا هو دين. إن أقرضته إن أعطيته كان الزنا من أهل بيتك سيكون عاقبة هذا الزنا أنه سيقع زنا في بيتك فاعلم. فاحفظ هذا جيدا. طيب, جزاكم الله خير guys. I really appreciate you guys listening to this video, and if you have any sort of suggestions or any questions at all, please put them in the comments. I love reading your questions and suggestions as well, and anything you might have benefited, and maybe some sort of like your own lessons that you've sort of like learned or thoughts that come to your mind. Put them in the comments as well. Share my videos with others. Check out my other videos that I make as well. Thank you to all my patrons. I really appreciate all of the support that you guys show me. Without you guys, I don't think I'd be able to make these kind of videos on a regular basis. And also, if anyone else wants to support my channel, help me make these videos, then please check out the Patreon and check out the PayPal links in the description. Alright guys, thank you very much guys, and I will see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your week. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.